Well, there are times. There was a parade that recently took place. And, there are times where, as a straight man walking through the city, and there may be like a gay pride parade or something like that. And all of these gay people are around me, and I'm like, oh, wow. I feel like I might want to fuck a guy. We need to stop that. And as straight people, we need to stand up for straight male rights.
I have a question.
Wait.
I have a question.
And these guys...
Questions need to be answered.
Wait. These brave men out here are standing up for the rights of straight men. And so they are having a straight pride parade.
Wait, is that how that works? If you are a heterosexual male and there are homosexuals around you, you're like, I think I would like to try
this is
a
the
penis?
stupidest shit ever. They're literally having a straight pride parade, and not just straight pride. Like they're giving speeches, like they're being serious.
So this is a real thing.
This is a real thing.
Straight pride. I think I saw something like this. What's their logo?
I don't know. I mean, and actually,
like not a rainbow, maybe like
I think Twitter just died. Twitter just died on me.
Straight pride. No women show up, so they go back to Tinder.
It's so bizarre.
Garden Gnome says he's never felt that way.
I'm trying to understand where these guys are coming from, because otherwise
I always
this
think it's
seems utterly
interesting
absurd.
how someone else's sexual preference can offend someone else.
I never get that.
Like, what the hell does it have to do with you? And even if you are walking down the street and people are parading with cut-off booty short denim jeans and rainbow flags coming out of their asses and tied to their genitals, what does that have to do with you? Unless they are like groping you, or because I know, like, sometimes lesbians, gay women, men will always say, not always, but sometimes men will be kind of condescending and be like, well, you're just gay because you haven't had the right man, or I bet I could bring you back, and all this other stuff. Men say, dumb shit like that sometimes.
Did you say?
But like, unless that is happening to you as a straight man, then why do you care?
As African Americans, we used to have the thing of black pride. And, you have black pride, you have stuff like that, because for the most part, you've lived in a civilization that has denigrated everything that it means to be black. Lazy, retarded, dumb, step and fetch it, only good to be athletes, not necessarily having the mental capacities. And all of these things, to some degree, was a society trying to justify a enslavement on one point, and then a second-class citizenship on the other. It's like after slavery, you have black codes and all this other stuff when the South tries to pull back the reins on Reconstruction. But the reason that you have things like black pride is because blacks come and say, okay, we're pushing back on that narrative. And in pushing back on that narrative, you can't see anything of yourself, so we're trying to give you something positive to see of yourself. Look at us. We're out here. We're doing X. We're doing Y. We're standing for this. You should have pride in yourself. James Brown comes out with a song, I'm black and I'm proud. Everybody in the audience is white. Have you seen that video? Amazing video. Everybody in the audience is white. It's the weirdest, freakish thing ever. He's just on stage, like, dancing. He's, like, doing his shit. It's like everybody's in the audience is white. And I'm like, wow, that's like an acid trip, man. But he's saying that and doing that because he's trying to get across this thing of you're more than what they tell you you are. And the thing that you see in the media and the television and everything else, you're more than what they tell you you are. Even Obama becoming president. Same thing. The Cosby Show. I often use the Cosby Show as an example. Doctor, husband, lawyer, wife, awesome kids. Oh my God, I did not know we could have things like that. I did not know that could be us. It's this aspect of humanity, whether it's good or bad. We emulate what's outside of us. And in the case where we have something like of a color or just kind of tribal affiliation just within the context of the country, there's a certain denigration of that. And so this is a pushback. The same thing with gay pride. I mean, it's the exact same thing. In their case, literally being in the closet. I mean, they use the euphemism of in the closet in this notion of not telling anybody, hiding. In Britain, it was against the law. Touring went to jail for being gay after helping Britain win that war. Do you remember that? So, It's like,
that movie.
I mean, it is literally in the closet. Like, the naming of it and the phrasing of it in and of itself gets across this notion that it is a danger to be out because of the way people perceive you. And so having gay pride in that context makes all the sense in the world. Have pride in yourself. You're not alone. There are many of us out here. We are a collective, etc., etc., etc. It's the same notion, same motif as seeing yourself outside of yourself in positive roles. What the fuck are these guys doing? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, at what point?
They're trying to get out the message that it's still okay to be a straight person.
But that is the stupidest thing. Like, there is no point where straight people had to be like, God, we can't show our sexuality because, that never happened. That never happened. Which makes me think they're homophobic. Because it seems like, it's like, okay, we can't have them have their gay stuff because we're somehow adversely affected by their gay stuff. The only way you would be adversely affected by their gay stuff to the point where you're literally showing up at a gay pride parade is that you are harboring some feelings. Either there are some feelings for men that you don't want to deal with who are in those booty shorts. There's a bit of hatred.
There was a movie that I watched on Netflix last week. It had Angela Bassett, so I clicked on it. That might be racist, but whatever. But essentially, it's this group of women who go to kind of reignite their relationships with their sons. And so they go and show up at their sons' doorsteps and are like, I'm coming to stay with you for a week. And
just out the blue.
Yeah, and one of the women, her son is gay. And she's known that he's gay. And she gets to the house and it's like a gay hostel. There's like 4 or 5 different gay men living there. Are we frozen? Oh, we had a little bit of freeze.
Well, the system is like creaking.
Okay. They had a bunch of gay guys that were living there, but she's having dinner with him and his boyfriend and 2 other gay men that live in the house. And she asks him, well, why didn't you come out to me? And he basically, they had an interesting conversation, and he was like, why should I have to come out? Straight people don't have to say, oh, by the way, Mom, I just wanted to let you know, I hope that you accept me. I like women. But it was essentially the same kind of conversation because he was like, why do I have to make a statement? Especially because she was saying, yeah, I knew that already. I knew that you were gay, but I thought that you would come out to me. But I thought it was kind of an interesting conversation that they were having. And he said the same thing.
You would come
why
out to
should
me.
I have to come out? Straight people don't have to come out. Come out. Come out of what? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I understand. I get the concept. I guess it's more of just a societal, colloquial, cultural thing that people come and says, hey, I'm gay. It's like, oh, are you? Like, most of the time, I think people know. Like, everybody in my life that's been gay, we've already known. They didn't have to come out at all. I don't need somebody to say, hey, I'm gay, even if it was a close friend of mine. I think it's a little
And most
strange.
people kind of like, because I've had 2 women that identified as heterosexual for most of their life, and then later on in life came out and said they were either bi or they were gay. And it was a big thing for them to say something and even tell me, who I considered, to be very close friends to these people. And on both instances, they were very like, oh my gosh, what is she going to say? One of them was even crying, and I was like, is that what you had to tell me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought you were going to tell me something serious. Like, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
All right, so I'm going to flip this over. And
are we going to watch the video?
We are going to watch the video.
From the Straight Pride.
Straight Pride.
The world's gone crazy because there's nothing wrong with being straight.
There's nothing wrong.
He just said the world has gone crazy and there's nothing wrong with being straight.
Nothing wrong with being straight. Right on, brother. Tell us more.
One thing, if you weren't straight, you wouldn't be here, buddy. Remember that. John, a little background on you, sir. Thanks, Anna. John, a little background on you. You worked for Eddie Tatunji, convicted felon for 35 years. Are you going to say that you knew nothing of his nefarious activities, sir? One question at a time, sir. Please, don't be so rude.
He's trolling him.
So now I am guilty of the same.
No, I asked you if you knew anything about his nefarious activities in the 35 years you worked for him.
No, none whatsoever.
But you've spoken in support of him in the past,
I
sir.
do like him. He's a nice guy. He always treated me well.
Okay.
How many people are you expecting?
Hopefully about 1,000, we think. It depends. A lot of it depends on how you report this. If you scare people, you might have a depressive.
If you scare people, because you're scared of those straight people.
We have hundreds of people that are registered, and they're coming from all over the world and all over the United States.
So that's what we know so far. It's our first parade, so who knows? If it was just me and Mark, we said we're going to march. It doesn't matter. We have a point.
What the hell is Santa Claus doing?
It's okay.
Don't know. He doesn't want to show his face.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's embarrassed. He doesn't want to show his face.
People saying that, it's just bizarre. What the heck's wrong with being straight? We think it's great to be straight. We say don't hate the straight.
Nobody.
We have to say that the
Said there's
taxpayers
anything
are
wrong with
upset
you
that
being
city
straight.
resources are going to be wasted because you three guys can't get laid. You said I had to heck this right, didn't I?
He said that for real. Look at the guy on the left.
Wait. He said that for real. What? He comes out and he just starts
I seen
trolling.
this video. I love this cat.
He relentlessly trolls them. And he's like just angry
God,
right off the
he said,
bat.
You guys can't get laid.
He's like, he said, how much of the taxpayers' money is getting wasted because you three idiots can't get laid? Wait, I want to see that again. That's awesome.
Oh my
This is
god.
hilarious.
They caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for that.
If it was just me and Mark, we said we're going to march. It doesn't matter. We have a point to make, and we think it's okay to be straight. That's all, and there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make you a hater. And if people are saying that, it's just bizarre. What the heck's wrong with being straight? We think it's great to be straight. We say don't hate the straight.
We have to say that the taxpayers are upset that city resources are going to be wasted because you three guys can't get laid.
How funny is
What
that?
kind of question is
What
that?
are you, an idiot? You are an idiot.
You've had your question.
You're an
already.
idiot.
This is wrong.
You said I had to heck this right, didn't I?
Wait. I love the split-second
I
lag.
like this cat on the end because he is cracking up. The
He
guy
is
on the way
laughing.
to the left.
But there's a lag. Have you noticed? It's like when he says it, there's a lull.
They had
It's like a pause. It's like, wait, did he just say that? Did he just say that? I think he just said that. That rat bastard. I love that. That's awesome. That's
Is this
awesome.
one of your trolls? This could have been like somebody from your channel.
That's a pause. Wait, let's watch the pause. Watch the pause.
We have to say that the taxpayers are upset that city resources are going to be wasted because you three guys can't get laid.
All right, he says it. Now it takes a moment to absorb.
How funny is that?
What kind of question is
What
that?
are you, an idiot? You are an idiot.
Okay, what are you,
You
an
said I
idiot?
had to heck this right, didn't I?
Philadelphia, your girlfriend. What's her name again? Philadelphia, your girlfriend's. What's her name?
What?
Please.
I'm sorry, what, sir? Oh, what?
Okay, no more questions for this guy. He's not a serious reporter. Ma'am.
You said media, sir.
Who is this cat?
I don't know who this is.
Who
That
is
is
this
just
dude?
awesome. That is just awesome. Yeah, ridicule is. Look, I am one of those people who try to give the benefit of the doubt,
To who? What are you talking about?
but none on this. This is nonsense.
Oh, you mean for the straight pride?
This is nonsense.
He said, don't hate us, or don't. It's okay to be straight, and he said it's not hate on anybody. But you literally started this off saying the world is going crazy, everybody's gay, and we just want everybody to know it's fine to be straight, but there's no hate on anybody else.
That's a goddamn shame.
Everybody's saying these guys are gay.
Honestly,
the
that's
coolest
a
guy is
goddamn
the one
shame.
who laughs at that. I don't see any wedding rings on those fingers. Amy, that's what I said. I love the guy on the end because he was just cracking up because it was hilarious. They're clearly being trolled.
This is a position based on insecurity. You know that, right? Like, nobody takes this position and does that without being
If
grossly
they're confident
insecure.
in themselves and they have, first of all, if you have anything going on in your life, you don't have anything else better to do than
Show up at a straight pride. So
I think this
I
is
can't believe they're doing
like a dating, like a meetup kind of thing.
So men can find other
where
men.
they're like, okay, I just need everybody to know that I'm straight, so I'm gonna go to straight pride parade. I'll be there. You gonna be there? All right, girl.
But
going straight
there are no
pride
women
parade.
there. There are no women there. There's no way there are women there. Like, this just seems so... Honestly, this comes across as men just being grossly insecure. And they see, oh, God, that guy in those fucking booty shorts. He needs to stop wearing that. Those booty shorts. It's kind of like in Muslim countries, where they be like, all right, those women need to dress up because, that we need to be fully clothed because otherwise they will entice us, and we need them to not entice us. Is that what this is? We need those gay people to
Keep their gayness away
keep
because
their
I'm
gayness
easily
away.
swayed.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't understand. Otherwise, I have no idea the basis of this. Typically, the pride stuff comes from an insecurity. It's like a weakness.
Right, that's what
insecurity.
somebody else just said. Gay pride BS is insecurity also.
Right, it's an insecurity thing. And it's a pushback against the insecurity. So I get that. Black pride, same thing. But all of those have histories that kind of, push that forward. So you can kind of get it. This is stupid. There's no history. There's nothing that creates a situation where straight people are under threat by gay people.
So you have to let everybody else know that it's a hard world out here for the straights.
That's amazing, man.
straights.
For the straights.
And so I just want to let the future straights out there know that it's okay.
You're absolutely dry. You know, like opposite of flaming. Like I'm trying to find.
That's
What? Flaming? Dry?
That's terrible.
That's a terrible. Okay.
That was terrible, babe.
Bad analogy. I'm trying to find something that matches up with, this, because this doesn't really make sense to me, if I'm being honest. But they got people here for this. There were people marching.
There's nobody out there.
There were people marching. There were actually people marching.
All right, we're gonna.